The path to being the best version of you is very simple. You wake up and you pursue power. You have to understand that the definition of power is to be able to influence yourself, to influence outcomes, to influence. Now we have to understand that influence is simply to inflow. Now, power is founded in the grounding of self and being able to direct yourself in flow of where you want to go in life. And so every day you must wake up and pursue power. Now, most of you guys believe that power is control. Most of you guys view authority as power. But power is simply the attaining of the means to direct yourself to the ends. And so every day we wake up and we have the habits that allow us to foster power within ourselves to be on a trajectory towards even more power. And so every day we wake up as the best version of self and we do what the fuck we need to do to gain power in character, to self-empower ourselves, to move through like a powerful, formidable, primordial God where they gave up and remained powerless. You have to understand that life is very simple. You wake up and you move where you should be. Now, you guys have lost your internal compass. You guys have lost the vision to see clearly. You guys are in the abyss. You have no light. And this reflects in your character. This reflects in the behavior. This reflects in what you put your time and energy into. This reflects in your thoughts. This reflects in your behavior. This reflects in your character. This reflects in the way you navigate life. And so what we have to understand is that power is really the cleansing of everything that is keeping you powerless. You guys are always asking questions like, how are you so disciplined? How do you never miss the 3 a.m. wake up? How do you never miss the everyday gym sesh? How do you never miss a page in the book? How do you stack these habits up every day? How did you have the power to power through the habits that, the negative habits, the addiction? How did you power through? You guys are thinking the wrong way. The question to you is, why are you so powerless? Why do you give up your power for the addiction? Why do you give up your power? Why do you fail to navigate yourself on the right course? Why do you get easily derailed by things that distract you and retract you as an individual? You have to understand that the key is within the reflection. You guys have motives and intentions that you are not even conscious of. And so when we look at consciousness as a whole, as itself, we have to understand that your level of consciousness is going to directly correlate to the level of conscious being, sentience that you have as an individual. And so what do I mean? I mean the way that you navigate life is that intentional. You have to look in the mirror and you have to truly reflect on yourself and ask yourself, is that intentional? And the moment you realize that you are not intentional, the creation, the byproduct of what you've created through everything you have done and the thoughts you've accumulated and then allowed to manifest out of you through the behavior that you acted upon, you have to truly ask yourself, was that intentional? Did you intend to create that? Is your life a reflection of what you intended it to be? Or are you a slave to circumstance? Were you rendered powerless and did you give up your power to be a slave to the conditioning of your current level? You see, every day we wake up and we accumulate more power through the habits to get to that next level. And so we apply ourselves in a way in life where we have the most control over ourselves, the most self-possession, the most discipline, the most highest of quality and traits to ensure that we are powerful characters. And then this power will reflect in the way that we modulate and sequence ourselves in reality. If you have a goal, but you simply lack the power, the internal quality, because we have to understand that your internal world has a quality marker on it. And if you cannot stay disciplined, if you cannot stay actively on a trajectory that is good and positive for you, if you cannot be powerful within your wielding of your will, you guys talk about free will, but you have to understand that you are a slave to what you call free will. You pick up a bottle, you passively poison yourself, and then you call it free will. But what you actually are is a slave to that bottle. And so free will is actually the detaching and attacking what is latched onto you. Free will is the giving up on what is keeping you powerless. Free will is to make the choice to persist and chip the mold of matter as you sequence yourself through life. Willpower is to make the choice that no one fucking makes, which is to look in the mirror, reflect on the character, confront themselves, and then make the choice of power, which is to destroy what is keeping you powerless. You have to understand that what you put your time and energy is going to influence you as an individual. And so your quality of thought is going to directly to your quality of action. And so if you're over here addicted to porn, if you're over here addicted to vape, if you're over here on the video game, Well, you have to understand that this is going to reflect in your quality of thought, and you're never going to break out of the trapped conditioning of yourself and the life that you live. Most of you guys perpetuate yourself on an endless cycle of a life you don't want to live. And so what we have to truly bring to our sentience is the fact that that is unintentional. That is power. You are losing power. That is a powerless move. You are choosing to be powerless and you call it free will. You are choosing to be powerless and you call it willpower, free will. We have to understand that will, the intention of your will is going to direct the trajectory of your life. And so most of you guys are on a path that you don't want to be on, and so you escape yourself through the external substances. You escape yourself through navigating yourself to things that make you feel better, but it's all chemical. It's not actually real. It's not actually authentic. It's not mental. It's not spiritual. It's not something beyond the veil of what you see in front of you. It's not internal. It's external. And so it'll leave you emptier than before, because you have to understand that within you, you have something that you need, which is called love. And when you go to these external substances to feel good, you are confusing true love with fake dopamine. And so dopamine makes you feel good temporarily, but you get hooked on the wrong thing and you'll be destroying yourself trying to find love. What you actually truly seek is the true fulfillment, to be a holistic, complete individual. You guys are a fractious fraction of what you could have been. And so now you seek to complete yourself, or you seek the wholeness through the substances, through the distractions that actively keep you further and further and further away from truly finding what is going to complete you. And what is going to complete you is the fulfillment of disintegrating and decimating and destroying all the negatives in your life. To look in your mirror and look at yourself and say, that's just what the fuck I overcame. That's who the fuck I was. And I've buried that version of myself so fucking deep into the ground that I've created something entirely new for myself. My mind is completely new. I'm a new individual. I've been reborn in a higher quality image for myself. And now I'm on a new trajectory for a new life that I'm actively creating through the mental navigation of such, through the actions that you must apply through your life in the navigation of. And so you guys believe that you have willpower and free will when you pick up a vape and you passively kill yourself, or you simply distract yourself with some bullshit that doesn't even benefit your life. Like a fucking, you guys literally put your time and energy into things that don't surplus your life. You have to understand that the definition of a stupid fucking retard is to sit there, put your time and fucking energy into something that is not going to do anything for your life. And so you only live once. You've been born into the existence of what you are currently existing in. And then you sat there and you put your time and energy, the currency of your existence, and then you directed that to things that didn't even benefit it. And so you have an existence and you had the materials to create something better for yourself, but you use those resources to deplete yourself and distract yourself from the real problem at hand, which is you not having what you truly desire. And when you don't have what you truly desire, now you're desiring things that are easily attainable. And so when you pick up a vape and instantly gratify yourself, when you jerk off the porn in your mom's fucking house, well, you have to understand that you have navigated yourself towards that because what you truly desire, you didn't believe you were worth to go out and attain that, and to compound your ability and to compound your mental capabilities and to express your potential by actualizing it, by conquesting into the world to go and accomplish that goal that you have on your mind, to go and accomplish that desire for your soul. You guys complicate things that are very fucking simple. You remove everything negative, you amplify everything positive, and you don't put your time and energy into things that distract you and retract you. And you create the underlying motive for you to navigate yourself towards on a trajectory where you are surplusing through time instead of decaying and downgrading and enslaving yourself to lower quality things that keep you attached to a lower quality existence. And that lower quality existence is what you're gonna have to experience. And that experience is going to make you pessimistic. It's going to make you depressed. But what you have to understand is that you did that to yourself. And so the personal development begins after the personal accountability. And so you have to take account to the things and the choices that you have made. You have to think that, this is a direct reflection of you. And if you don't do anything to change, this reflection is going to haunt you. No one wants to look in the mirror and see something ugly. You want to look in the mirror and you want to see something beautiful. You want to see something refined. You want to see something that reflects the internal beauty within yourself. It's not only external looks. The moment you wake up and you do everything to maximize yourself as an individual, you are now fulfilled. It doesn't matter how you look in the mirror. You know deep down that every move you made on the chessboard was to get a checkmate. You didn't simply give up on yourself and wait till the timer ran out for the other person to make a move and to get you in a position where you're checked. Now you can't make the moves you want to make. Now you're fucked. And that was your life. And so we have to truly reflect on who we're becoming through time. And you do this by looking in the mirror and confronting yourself. Accountability and then personal development. The two ways, personal confrontation and then personal development. It's that fucking simple. Peace.